Okay, hello everybody. I'm Joe Braga, Master Distributor for North America for Boss Laser. I also own EngraversChoice.com, which has been around the industry since 1990. I'm famous for servicing laser engravers and routers and doing consulting work within the industry. I also own CorelDRAWTraining.com and EngravelabTraining.com for support on those software since they're so popular within our industry. This is going to be basically a demo that I usually do PC to PC. So if you don't have time to set one up, you can just watch it from here. Um, what it is that I uh, I have information that is important. I have demo shops all over the West Coast of the United States. And so my deal with a lot of those demo shops is that I take you through this information before you go see one run, because a lot of times they don't really want you to interfere with their production. You just want to see one run. So for us, for Engraver's Choice, looking at this as a technician and a trainer first before a sales geek, is installation is everything. Installation and training is everything. No matter how good this machine is, if I don't train you correctly, if I don't install it right, if I don't QA it right, if I don't support you, you're not going to be happy with it. So as we go through, for you that are completely new to lasers, lasers can laser information onto material using a hot laser beam that burns it in. Plastics, woods, acrylics. It'll etch laserable brass, laserable metal. It'll do stainless steel uncoated, but using something called U-Marq. It will cut wood. It will cut acrylic. It will cut things, but there's things that will only etch. Like Elsher on an HP unit, you're not going to cut any metals, and with an HP unit, you're only going to cut stainless steel. Seems to be the most popular. So when we talk about vectors or lines, you need lines to cut. So a closed image like the turtle here, I can decide I want to mark that like a laser printer would, or I want to cut it out like a plotter would, or like a pair of scissors would. Where with a bitmap or a picture, you're only going to raster that. So as you go through our line, you'll see the small introductory models for recognition for hobbyists. They start off at 14 by 16 for $4,000, and they go up to 16 by 30 for the beginning models. Those units start off at 50 watts, can be upgraded to 65 and 100 watts. You can get the LS models in 24 by 36 and 36 by 55. And then you step up to the HP models, which will do everything that an LS will do, but will also cut stainless steel. Like the class 4 here, which is 5 by 8 feet. And then you have a fiber unit here, which is famous for doing industrial work in the small areas. We get a bite in the metal so you can go below the surface like you can with a router. And then we do have round fixtures for them. We even have fiber cutters. So as I look through here, you will also see that we can do pass-through from left to right and back and forth. So if you buy a unit that is 24 by 36 and you get a job that is larger than that, you can probably do it as long as you're within the parameters. Now, with the units, they're assembled in Orlando, Florida. We buy parts from all over the world, so it's truly an international machine. We use glass tubes that are made to our specs from China, but they are made to our specs. And these are our X series tubes. And we say they go 4.5 to 5.5 years, but we were getting 4.5 to 5.5 years out of a tube before we upgraded 3 years ago to the X series specs. So we're pretty sure we're going to get more than 4.5 to 5.5 years. But tubes do not require a charging. You can just replace them. So if you're on a 65 watt level and you would need to replace your tube in 5 years, it costs you about $800. Now, we can do variable text using some of our add-ons. We sell it with something called LaserWorks, which is already works to our specs. So we've added about 10 features that are unique to us, and we fixed about 10 bugs that the normal RDWorks doesn't have fixed. That's why the label LaserWorks. And then we sell it with either Engravelab or CorelDRAW. You can use whatever software you want, though. We're not married to a software. Our LaserWorks is a graphical interface. You run it from whatever you want, but if you're starting out new, we're going to recommend CorelDRAW first and Engravelab second. Engravelab has a variable text generator and can process photographs to a high quality within about 15 seconds. They both allow you to do like tiling, where you take an image and separate it and then put it back together. They also both allow you to do 3D work, where you're get a mold, and that's quite cool. The detail work is down to 0.0000161 for repeatability. It likes dithers, even though it can run a grayscale image. Now, with our HP models, like I say, they do everything a normal laser will do, but they will also cut stainless steel up to about 18 gauge. Now, if you go with our 200 watt version, you're going to cut 16 gauge. You go with our 400 watt version, you're going to probably cut about 10 gauge. But the thing with them is that they come with the air compressor, they come with the air pump, but they come with an industrial air pump, where the LS models come with a lower end air pump that has less RPMs, because they don't need it because they're not cutting metal. Not RPMs, I mean CFMs. They have two controllers on there. The second controller will allow you, which you see here, to do a surface set to the unit, and then if your material is not even, the head will follow it automatically as it vector cuts it. That will be upgradable later on to an optical camera as well. So we have the LS series, which we spoke of, which is a normal laser. Then we have the HP model that does everything a normal laser does, but also has the follow-on mode, which means it will cut stainless steel. We have the FC series, which will range anywhere from 2 by 4 feet to 8 by 12 feet. And all it does is cut metals, but it cuts all kinds of metals, just not stainless steel. And then you have the fiber unit, which will do all metals at a bite. Will also cut gold and silver up to about 1 mil. And it will additionally do acrylics and plastic. It's going to do no organic work, no leather, no wood. Okay. We will sell them with internal exhaust blowers that we have. I also recommend the BOFA blowers for more challenging fume extraction. And as I've said before, you can purchase them with round fixtures. They will sell you a roller or a chuck. I prefer the chuck because I have more accuracy with the chuck myself personally. Now, all the units have a controller card on it that's highly labeled, and every wire that goes into every plug is labeled. Every wire that goes into every plug is tinned and shielded, so you cannot crimp down the installation automatically. And the controller is extremely easy to use. There's literally 5 steps. Origin, focus, file, so off. You can run them in absolute like you can my competitor's laser, where if you move it on the screen, it moves on the plate. Or you can set an origin within the unit and move it around yourself manually. Either or, it doesn't matter. Now, with the FM series, or the fiber markers, you can, like I say, do gold, silver. All the units, whether you buy them with LaserWorks LaserCAD, which is for the LS and HP series, or the EasyCAD, which comes for the FM series, which we're talking about now, they all have their own video courses, so everything we go over is broken down into a color PDF written by a professional engraver with a 3 to 5 minute video attached to every page. The great thing is we can also do the inside and outside of running rings, and obviously it works extremely well on firearms, so gunsmiths and jewelers love us. For that, you also get a lot of people doing small industrial parts work with it, because galvos are extremely fast, as you'll see in the videos. I say we're a full-fledged distributor for Engravelab, so we sell and support Engravelab in North America. We do courses, we do seminars, we do PC-to-PC support. We do the same thing for CorelDRAW, and we've been a CorelDRAW beta tester and training partner for over 20 years. And one thing is you can get it with a purchase, but what that means is that we will sell you, for example, with Engravelab, I'll sell you a $2,800 version of Engravelab for $1,200. You can get the low-end version that has the variable text and the photo processing for $395, or with CorelDRAW, the $500 version of CorelDRAW we sell for $350. So it's a very economical deal getting it from us. Here on the West Coast, we have 5 other entities up and down the West Coast that help me support. I do service for Boss Laser and for anything, any kind of glass tube laser or regular laser in North America. And I also do service for routers and rotary engravers. Like I say, I started in the industry in 1990 with Dahlgren Control Systems, rotated from there to Meistergram and Universal. Then went to Xenetech from there. Was with Xenetech for a very long time before I started to bring on glass tube lasers and fibers on my own. So what it is this is a look quickly into the graphical interface. Now, as I said before, the graphical interface has its own PDF. It has little features like the simulator and the estimator. It'll estimate the time within a reasonable amount. The units, like I say, are very, very accurate, and the beam alignment on it is the easiest I've ever seen as a tech, and once you lock it in place, you'll probably never mess with it yourself. But you will have all kinds of videos on how to do the preventative maintenance, how to do the beam alignment should you have to do it, etc. Now, the controllers, I've never replaced a driver card or a controller on a unit other than ones that were vandalized. The motors work at 8,000 steps per inch, which makes them extremely accurate. And even though the board will say 500 megahertz of storage on board, the files are very small and we zip them. So you can easily get a couple hundred files onto a controller board, and you can edit and run the unit from the PC if you need to. This is the fiber cutting line, one of the big tables, but we do have tables that cut metal that are this size. They just don't use that particular cabinet. Now, as I said, we're very big on training. So I make sure that everything that I train on a normal installation, I have documentation of, and that I have a video of each individual part, and I break things down into the smallest forms, and I do them in absolute order so that they build on each other. I have a teacher credential from Long Beach State, and my major obviously was in teaching and counseling. The autofocus on the unit is actually the plunger here. So when the plunger goes up, it touches a sensor and automatically gives you a focus. Like I say, we can do pictures onto different materials. It will run Ethernet or USB or USB jump drive. You can transfer items from it because the graphical interface is not doggled, so you can put it on as many PCs as you wish. And the platform is very, very solid, very, very level. So it'll move up and down about 100 pounds. Now it says here 4 to 7.5 clearance. It's actually more than that because you can take the industrial table out and green another 5 or 6 inches should you need to. This is the tubes, so they're completely shielded, and then we slide the sleeve over there, so they're very, very safe. The units will not run with the door, else the door's up. The units will not run, else the chiller is on. Now, the quality assurance that our units go through, they go through about 200-step quality assurance check, and we have quality assurance built into the parts as they come in, into the assembly line as it's going through, into a final assembly QA, and then a final QA department goes through and rechecks everything before it goes into the crate. Then when I come and install the machine, I re-QA everything in front of you, and I teach you how to be your own key operator. What that means is I'm going to show you how to do preventative maintenance. I'm going to show you how to do normal troubleshooting. I'm going to show you that the machine is plug and play, and that basically these machines are designed to run 24/7, 7 days a week. I personally, within my experience, don't have anybody running 7 days a week. The factory does. But I do have quite a few clients that run day watch, a swing shift, and a mid watch Monday through Fridays, and then an overflow, a watch on Saturdays. So that's quite a bit of work that I know personally that I've gone through. Call me at 949-355-4000 or contact me on the internet under engraverschoice.com. Email address is sales@engraverschoice. Get a live demo or get a live PC-to-PC similar to this, or you can ask me questions as we go through and give you a real front page on what the unit's doing. Thank you.